you've been part of our blog community for a long time, or even just a little time, you probably know how much Sarah and I both love reading. So I thought that I would just sit here and talk about the books I've read recently, and we'll like have a cup of tea over it and talk about it like we were in real life talking about books, but it says real life, but not real life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So this past week was my first week of summer vacation. If you don't know, I am a high school English teacher, and it was my first week, and all I wanted to do this summer is read. So I thought I would get a jump start on reading and do the Rainbowthon. Hashtag Rainbowthon. And what the Rainbowthon is basically you read one book from each color of the rainbow, except for Violet, because they skipped Violet. So you ended up having to read 6 books in 1 week, which is crazy, but I don't have a life anymore because I don't work this summer, really. This is what I ended up reading. Ooh, I read 1, 2, 3, 4. I read 4 full books and then like a part of this one. So I'm going to go through these books and tell you what I thought about them, and yeah. The first book I read in the Rainbowthon was The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ade. I sure hope I said your name right because I'm in love with this book. Okay, so this is a retelling of 1001 Nights. It is a YA novel. It's in like this fictional Baghdad setting, and what happens is there's this prince, and every day this prince gets married to someone else, and by the dawn they're dead. What ends up happening is that he ends up marrying and murdering the main character's best friend. So in order to get vengeance on her best friend, what she decides to do is she's like, I'm going to marry this prince, and I'm going to kill him before he kills me. So she marries him. And it's brilliant and amazing, and I'm just fangirling all over this book. It gave me so many feelings. The main character, the protagonist, is the best female protagonist I think I've ever read. And that's saying something. She is so awesome and I adore her, and you need to read this book. It's a little romance heavy, but there's gonna be magic in it. Like there's some hint of magic. It's gonna be a series, and so I'm guessing the next one is gonna be more focused on the magic and the fantastical world of it all. And I'm super excited. I cannot wait. After that, I decided to read a graphic novel, and I read This One Summer by Jillian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki. Are they married? Are they related? Does not say. I think they're sisters. When you're reading a graphic novel, there's 2 things that you have to consider. You have to consider the artwork. The artwork in this book is stunning and amazing. It's super cinematic, and I loved all the panels and the different viewpoints that it showed. It was very creative and very well done. However, the storyline, which is the second part you have to think about in graphic novels, was like nothing happened. It was just a blah book, which was sad. I ended up giving this 2 out of 5 stars. I was pretty disappointed in it. Oh, I give this one 5 out of 5 stars, if you couldn't tell by my fangirling. The next book I read was The Beginning of Everything by Raman Schneider. This is a YA contemporary novel, which I don't read a lot of. They're not my favorite things in the world. It takes a lot to impress me in a YA contemporary novel. But the author of Glass Castle blurred it on the front, and I'm in love with Glass Castle, so I was like, okay, I'll give this a shot. Plus it has a beautiful cover. Plus, naked, it looks beautiful. Oh, okay. This book was good. It was good. The writing style was wonderful. Her writing was great. She had a wonderful voice, and her sense of humor was spot on, and I loved it. So many puns and so much dark humor, and it was, yes, I got it. The characters were interesting. I was intrigued the whole book. Like, I wasn't bored at any point. I liked how it ended. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars, which is pretty high for me for a contemporary. So if you like contemporary novels, you will love this. The next book I read, I loved. It is another graphic novel called Nimona, and this is beautiful. And it is so funny. Oh my gosh, I was laughing throughout this entire book. It is about this girl who wants to be like a protege of this supervillain, and they team up, and they uncover a secret that they're trying to tell the rest of the world, and in the end, I think they're trying to do more good than evil, and it's just, oh, it feels, oh. It's just a story of love and compassion and forgiveness mixed in with funny spoof on superheroes. Read it. It's wonderful. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Probably my favorite graphic novel I've ever read, actually. So if you like graphic novels, get it! Lastly, Sarah has been bugging me to read, not bugging me, she has been politely encouraging me to read this book for years now, and I just haven't, because it is massive. It is almost 1,000 pages, and that's really daunting. But I was like, okay, today's the day. I'm going to pick up Shantaram by Gregory David Roberts, and I'm so glad I did. From the first paragraph, love. Love, love, love. I am on page like 130 of this book right now, and I love it so far. It is about this guy. He escapes prison in New Zealand, and he ends up in Bombay, India, and he's just exploring India and immersing himself in this culture, and it is beautiful. I can't wait to read the rest of it. It's probably going to take me the whole summer to read, but that is okay, because it's worth it so far, and I think it'll be worth it in the end. So those are all the books I read last week. I'm pretty impressed with myself. That's a lot for me to read. Let me know if you participated in the Rainbow TBR, or if you just like reading like I do, because I would just love to sit down and talk about reading. It's kind of my life, it's kind of my job, it's what I do every day, so, like, talk to me in the comments below, we'll chit-chat about books. If you have a book recommendation for me that I should be reading, let me know. I mean, I have a million books that I should be reading, but what's one more to add to the list, really? What's one more? I hope you guys have a most beautiful day. Go outside, enjoy life, do something you've never done before, and tell me all about it. Bye!